What's up, everybody? Welcome to DFS by the Numbers. This is my betting breakdown video for UFC Jacksonville. What's up, guys? Welcome to another betting breakdown. UFC Jacksonville, Wednesday, May 13th. On a Wednesday, it's going to be pretty fun, exciting. We're looking forward to it. The card as a whole is not the best, but it is some fights. We get to watch them fight, so looking forward to that. I like the card Saturday a lot more, and I think there's a lot of betting opportunity on that as well. But before we start the video, if you could leave a like, also subscribe if you haven't yet, I'd really appreciate that. A lot of people asked me about the model that's in this video. If you guys are interested in it, I have it for $5 on my Patreon. It's like $125 a card. I'll put the link in the description. Basically, I use it for DraftKings and FanDuel, but I also use it for betting as well. A lot of stats on here: the striking stats, the grappling stats, the matchup stats, the finish stats, and the Vegas odds all in one place. I update it throughout the week. So if you guys are interested in that, like I said, $5, really cheap price. I'll put the link in the description. But I'm just gonna break down the fights from a betting perspective, look at some of the lines, and let you guys know what I'm looking at potentially betting. We'll start with Anthony Smith versus Glover Teixeira. Minus 300. Fight does not go to decision. If you guys are into parlaying that, I think you could parlay that. I do think this fight's going to end inside the distance. I'd be very, very, very shocked if it didn't. As for betting on the line, I do think there is some value on Anthony Smith, minus 175. I think it could get up to like minus 200. So I think that's where it probably should be in this matchup. So I might take a look at betting Anthony Smith. Teixeira by knockout, minus 625. I don't really think it's going to happen. Teixeira has not had a knockout since like 2016, and Teixeira sub plus 425 is a little bit interesting, so might be able to hedge the Smith bet out with like a Teixeira plus 425 sub, because honestly the only way I see Teixeira winning here is probably by a submission, but I just don't think it's going to happen. Anthony Smith's BJJ is very, very underrated, so really nothing too much on this fight. Might play that Anthony Smith minus 175. Maybe he gets closer towards maybe minus 160, minus 150, then I'll definitely jump on that. But right now, just nothing really sticks out to me. Preux versus Ben Rothwell, very, very weird fight here. Honestly, I am shocked. Not shocked, but I'm surprised that Ben Rothwell is the underdog here, especially with St. Preux coming up to heavyweight. I just don't see a path to victory for St. Preux besides outstriking Ben Rothwell throughout the 3 rounds. I don't see St. Preux knocking out Rothwell. I don't see St. Preux submitting Rothwell. Ben Rothwell's going to be the bigger guy. And looking at some of the odds here, fight does not go to decision, minus 215. I think it might even go to decision here unless Ben Rothwell gets a finish. St. Preux plus 305 to decision odds, that's pretty interesting, because I do think if he wins, it's going to be by decision, so might look at that. Rothwell wins inside the distance, plus 200. Yeah, I think I'm just might take a bet on the Rothwell plus 120. Like I said, I do think he should be the favorite here, so I do like Rothwell quite a bit. But other than that, I do think this fight has a very good chance to go to decision. I don't really agree with that minus 215. And so Drew Dober, Alexander Hernandez. I like Hernandez. Here. I like that plus 100. I like that dog money. I mentioned it in my other video. I think he should, again, probably be the favorite. I think if he comes out here with the right game plan, he's going to win the fight. As long as he does not stand with Drew Dober, he wears him against the cage, takes him down multiple times. Dober, I think, has a chance to get a knockout, but I don't think he has a knockout outside the first round in his career. So if Hernandez can take him down in the first round, really grind him out, I just see Hernandez winning a decision. So KO odds for Dober plus 260, that's not good enough for me. I like that plus 100 on Anthony Hernandez. If you wanted to get, Anthony Hernandez a little better odds, plus 200 decision is fine as well. But yeah, most definitely probably going to put a bet on Alexander Hernandez at plus 100. I think he should probably be the favorite. But there is a lot of recency bias going on. I went over it in my predictions video. Hernandez, if he uses the right game plan, he should win this fight. Ray Borg, Ricky Simone, probably a pass fight. I think the odds are right with Simone at minus 170. I can see why people are betting Borg if they think they have some value at that price. Simone's going to be the bigger guy. Ray Borg's coming up in weight. I just think Simone can take him down. I think he can probably stuff some takedowns of Ray Borg. And I just see Simone being the bigger, better guy. The only thing that worries me is Ray Borg's submission game. He has the better BJJ, obviously, but Simone's better everywhere else, striking, wrestling, everywhere else. So I'm okay with that minus 170. Not going to play it, but other than that, I'm probably passing everywhere else. I mean, the plus 1700 on Borg if you for the KO. If you think Simone's chinny, which he is, maybe take a shot on that. Like that's wow, plus 1700. But Ray Borg has like one finish in his whole career, so very unlikely. But those odds are pretty tempting. But probably gonna stay away from this fight as a whole and just sit back and enjoy it. Gonna be a lot of grappling and wrestling in this fight. Carl Robertson versus Marvin Vettori. I see a little bit of love for Robertson, and I can understand why. I think this fight should be closer to a pick-em. Robertson's probably better on the feet. He has more power, but Vettori has that wrestling. Another stay away fight for me. I think Vettori wins. I just don't like those odds. If it gets a little bit closer to a pick'em, might take a shot on Vettori. But other than that, don't like any of the props either. Don't think Vettori's going to finish the fight. I think if he wins, it's going to be by decision. That's plus 140. Just not good enough odds for me. Philippe Lins, Andre Arlovski. I think Lins is going to win. I like that minus 155. Am I going to play it? I don't know yet, but I do like that price right there. If he wins, it's probably going to be inside the distance, but I can't see him winning decision. Also, going to stay away from the finish line and the decision line there. So, really, all I see is probably a straight bet potentially on Philippe Lins. If it can get closer to a pick'em, that'd be awesome. But I do think it's going to get even wider as the week goes on. So. Definitely looking at that minus 155. I think he's going to win. I think Arlovski's at the end of his career. And I like Lins quite a bit. Michael Johnson, Thiago Moises, another pass fight. It's minus 110 each way. I can see pass to victory for each fighter on each side. Johnson with the striking. Moises if he gets a takedown and works his BJJ. This is a strictly stay away fight for me from a betting perspective. As for the props, no, I don't see anything that really sticks out to me at all. Johnson KO is plus 425. That's kind of interesting, but other than that, don't really see anything I'm too interested in. CR Eubanks, Sarah Moras. People don't bet Sarah Moras. I don't care how much value there is. Don't bet her. Eubanks is going to win this fight. Lots of recency bias. She gassed out against Betch Correa. Betch Correa is a much better fighter than Sarah Moras. Eubanks is going to win. Is she going to win by finish? Probably not. I think she's going to win by decision. So the minus 130 is a little interesting, but definitely a stay away fight. You cannot trust her. I think she can win this fight by maybe a knockout. I think she win it by knockout, a submission, or a decision. So as for the props, not touching it. Is it parlayable? Yeah, I think it is. People are probably going to tell you it's not, but I think it's a safe parlay piece. The line is huge, but I think it's safe. I just don't see Moras winning. Like there's like no way she's gonna win. So if she wins, I'm gonna be extremely, extremely surprised. But this was not really a parlay card either. I mean, no play is really safe. Eubanks is the biggest favorite on the card by far. Maybe put Smith in a parlay. But other than that, no plays are like really safe. Like Simone minus 170, no way I put that in a parlay. Omar Morales minus 175, no way I put that in a parlay. Hunter Azure, minus 175, maybe. But other than that, it's not really a parlay card, in my opinion. Omar Morales, Gabriel Benitez, another stay-away fight for me. We just don't know enough about Morales here. And Benitez is tough, but he is coming up weight class, so a lot of question marks on each side. Can't bet either way here. I don't see anything, really. Brian Kelleher versus Hunter Azure. I see some love for both sides here. I think Azure's going to win. I don't know. I think if he wins, it's by decision. So the plus 105 is what I would probably take. But I'm not going to be betting this fight. Kelleher submission plus 475. Maybe. But other than that, I think Kelleher's only path to victory is by submission. So if you do want to play, if you are picking Kelleher and you do think he's going to win, plus 475 submission's a pretty good price there. But I do think Azure's going to win. He's the better wrestler. I think he can keep this on the feet the whole time, better striker, and just win a decision. So Probably not going to have any betting activity for me, but if I was to bet something, it'd probably be that plus 105 decision odds for Azure. Chase, Sherman, Ike, Villanueva. You could parlay the minus 275 fight is not good to decision because I definitely do not think it's going to decision. I think it's ending inside the first or second round. Wouldn't bet either side on this because either side can get a finish, whether it be Ike Villanueva in the first round or Chase Sherman in the second or third round, even first round as well. But Ike Villanueva, he's coming up in weight. From light heavyweight to heavyweight, the power might not translate, although we've seen Villanueva fight at heavyweight before. Both these guys very low level. I would not, lay any money on this fight whatsoever unless I'm betting that fight is not good to decision in like a parlay or something. Alright guys, that's about it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Also subscribe if you haven't yet. Check out my other content, DraftKings, FanDuel, prediction videos, all that. Also NASCAR is coming back soon, so look out for those videos as well. And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe. Trying to get to 2,000 subscribers soon. I really appreciate that if you guys did that. And see you.